Alright, yo, so this is a video I've been trying to get out for like a while, like 2 weeks even, and yeah, I'm just a lazy piece of shit. I really don't have an excuse here. But yeah, I don't know how this video is gonna go, but felt the need that I should talk about it, cause you know, it's fuck. Anyways, y'all, let's just get into it. Today, we're exposing a. Alright, yo, so before I get really deep into context and stuff like that, let me at least give some background. So this all happened in the exact same day. Fair warning, not only in the same day, it happened in about 20 minutes at most. Alright, so the story is, right, I wake up, I'm just chilling, minding my business, not a lot's going on. I'm promoting my YouTube just around different places and whatnot, right? I'm chilling in Discord. Then one of my friends invites me to a server. I'm like, cool, sure, I'll join. It could be fun.
Little did I know.
I join the server. As soon as I get there, literally, not even 2 minutes of being there, as soon as I join, I get pushed into the middle of an argument between the owner and the pedo, right? So I'm just sitting here watching the chat scroll, you know, eating my popcorn and whatnot, right? And it I don't know, it starts getting bad. So I'm hearing two sides of a different story. I'm hearing that oh he's not a pedo, she's just calling him one because she's sensitive and she's irritated. Then I hear another story where he actually is one and she's not crazy and she doesn't have mental illness and whatnot. And I'll be honest with you, and this is just kind of how I am with most things. I'm very neutral, I'm very gray, and I'm very in the middle about a lot of stuff. So I was kind of just trying to just understand, okay, well, which is which, right? And I'll be honest, I'm on nobody's side. And the reason why I'm on nobody's side is, well, you know, that guy is a pedo. And the other girl, right, the one who was arguing with him, that's another story. She has her own issues I'm not even about to get into. So then as more is going on, I just decide, okay, I'm a DM the guy, right? Kind of just get some more context, some more info. Because the way it was looking, the way he was pleading his case, it was almost sounding like he really didn't do anything and she was just crashing out for no reason. So I DM the guy. And this is where shit starts to get toxic. Now, I'm going to show it on the screen and I'll read it out for y'all. Just know, fair warning, it gets pretty toxic. So he starts off the convo by telling me, saying, so she is very childish, as you can see. And then I respond saying, it's a lot. You know, I don't know who to believe. And then look at the very next thing he starts to say. He says she is bipolar, she has trauma. He told me I can only listen to him. She got abused by her dad. She said something crazy and then he said that he threatened her. Already I'm taken aback. I'm like, okay, well, if you threatened her, who wouldn't crash out, right? He said that he was gonna, look, as you can see, he said, I will kill you. And then he, for no reason, said he lives in Lebanon. Okay, where the fuck is Lebanon?
I thought I had it all together, but I was led astray. The day you walked away, you were the clock that was ticking in my heart. Changed my state of mind.
Ladies and gentlemen,
love so hard to find.
We got him.
So then I say bipolar. Okay, that's all I need to know. I know how bipolar females are. I know these things. And then he says, oh, she lives in America. He can't do shit to her. Her boyfriend found out. He had one of the best roles on the server. And he just starts yapping about nothing pretty much. And then at the very end of this part of his long paragraphs or whatever the fuck, He says, I get online, everyone in chat calling me a pedo. I hate being called a pedo. I have trauma over it. But thing is, so I'm like, okay, so basically she crashed out on some bipolar shit and giving you pedo allegations and no one believes you. He says, let me finish. I'm like, well, did you actually do something, outrageous? What I'm about to show on screen gotta be the most, listen. I'm on Discord, but I'm not on Discord like that, right? So for me, this is the very first time I've ever seen some shit like this, right? I know you see videos all the time, oh, pedo exposed, whatever, like the Mr. B. No, we gotta go get into it. We're not gonna get into it. But this right here was some crazy shit. He says, my future wife, she is 16 currently. I am 21. I don't know how it happened, but I love her now.
Is this nigga serious?
So I'm like, yeah, nah, you lost me. So he starts going on and on about where she lives, how it's okay, her mom is okay with it, he's okay with the age gap. He's like, his parents have 7 years, our culture doesn't care, and then he says he's gonna meet her in 2 years. I'm like, hold on, wait a minute, your parents? That's not the same thing at all. Then he says, I have no intention of sex or anything. I really love her. Buddy, that's what they all say, bro. We know what they do. Chris Hansen is real. We know what they say. Then he starts saying, I have some very deep backstroy. And then he starts going on how his ex herself, right, due to depression. And I'm like, yo, I really don't care. No offense to people who deal with, depression and whatnot. I'll leave the number to the hotline in the comments. But I'm like, it's simple and dry. Don't date minors at all. And I'm not just saying this to him. I'm saying this to anyone who sees this video and is 18 plus. Don't date minors. What are you doing? Dumb as hell. So then he asked me where I'm from. I'm like, America. He's like, exactly. Western society. Us in the East, our culture is totally different here. They laugh at all of you every time for shit like this. I'm like, okay, hot take. I really don't think that's a cultural thing. He's like, of course you would say that. I can marry a 16-year-old with consent of her father in Japan right now. I'm like, what do you mean, of course? Any regular person would say that. He's like, I ain't no pedophile. I just like this girl. Bro, some people cannot be saved. Listen. I'm all for justice and crime and jail time or whatever. There's some people on this planet who just need to be shot in the. He's gonna say, don't buddy me. You know how you find your soulmate? I'm like, how? You haven't stickle. Oh, I'm sorry. He tells me that I haven't. He's like, this is his soulmate. At this point, I really just don't even know how to respond. And he just keeps going. He's like, yeah, you get that feeling. What are you thinking? She says it first. Same applies on both sides. Happened to us multiple times. I don't even know how the fuck to translate this one. Cause what says it first, huh? And then I'm like, you know what? I personally, physically cannot stop you. Motherfucker lives in Lebanon. Yo, no hate to all anyone who lives in Lebanon. And if you do live in Lebanon, find this motherfucker. And I'm not even gonna say all that. But I'm like, I can't personally stop you. And her parents being okay with it is a completely whole other thing. And I just have the words, and I cannot relate to this, literally. And it what's really weirding me out is it's almost like he's trying to get me to be on his side, and he's actually like trying to make a case for it. I'm like, no, you lost me the moment you were like 21-16. I'm like, yeah, you lost me 100%. You lost me. Then this is where the long shit starts happening, so I'm gonna read it kind of fast. Y'all can pause if you need to. He's like, and people mind their business. I don't have an issue. You do shit like what Ellie does. Ellie being the owner of that server. We're not gonna get into it. And then he says, to make me look bad. I cannot take it. I am still being patient with her. Only reason is I don't care what she says. Her opinions are useless. I already sided with her ex a long time ago. Dude is so chill and shit with it. Now, before I continue, this is kinda, and just kinda, where it caught me a little off. Cause her whole thing, right, the other girl, was saying, oh, you know, being pedo is bad. You know, she's trying to stand up for justice and everything. So why is her own boyfriend okay with it? I don't know. That already is like a problem on its own. That alone is literally its own issue. Like, I don't even know if I want to get into it, but that literally is kind of just a problem by itself. So then he says, people who understand every situation, or people who adapt to all new situations, people who improvise very well, they look at things from another angle. Those are matured people. Their mind is automatically smarter than those who can't do what I just listed. I'm like, this motherfucker must not know me. He must not know me. Listen, if there's one thing, look, I don't like usually brag about myself or talk about myself, you know, like, cause I don't, like, hey, in my opinion, I'm an ugly motherfucker. You know, like, there's a lot of things I don't really like about myself. But if there's one thing I will flex, I may not be the strongest, I may not be the best looking, but I promise you I'm the smartest. Like, if I'm in a room, hey, you may be able to punch me, sure, you may be able to get more girls than me, don't give a damn, but I promise you can't outsmart me. And then I'm like, yo, okay, there's a difference between angles and straight up going to hell activity. And like I told y'all in the beginning of the video, I'm neutral. I listen to both sides. But this, there's no neutral about this. He's gonna reply and say, you're too young, I think. Either way, your mind is underdeveloped. Motherfucker, I'm 18. And secondly, you are the last motherfucker to talk about age. You just said your future wife, quote unquote, is 16, which is like double the amount of underdeveloped than me, quote unquote. And frankly, let's be real, I'm not underdeveloped. The last message this man said before he blocked me was, she is smarter than you, dude. Don't worry. Now, I could go into some other stuff about the other girl and everything, but I'm not gonna get into that. I might even do a whole nother video on that, right? Just because that's a whole nother issue on its own. But I want to say to y'all before I end this video, right? Play the music. I want to say to y'all, don't, like, bro, it's not hard, bro. They're kids, my nigga. You know what I mean? Like, when I was 16, like, okay, when I was 16, would I wanted a hot MILF to come and pick? Like, yeah, but like, that's just what a 16-year-old would say. That doesn't mean do it. You know what I mean? That does not mean do it. Like, would a 16-year-old girl be like, oh, I love older men? And okay, they're 16. Like, literally every teenager is gonna like say these interesting things. That does not mean people could go out of their way. It's like, oh, well, she, like, I don't give a fuck. I don't care who you are. If a teenager is like, oh, I'm in love with older men, and you feel the need to be like, well, she wants it, so I'm gonna be that guy, fuck you. I don't care. I don't give a damn who you are. You don't deserve life. You need to be knocked the fuck out, locked up, and then shot later on. Actually, fuck all that. You need to be shot immediately. I stand on it. I don't care. Cancel me if you want to. Don't give a fuck. All pedos need to be shot. I stand on it. You heard it from Popcorn VA. Quote me on this. Clip it. Post it on Twitter. Don't give a damn. Signing out. Peace. Love y'all.